a little rough.
I mean,
Everybody gone.
Man. So we want to just talk about that time comes. I'm gonna pull up some crime blotter stuff and ask you what area you think this is taking place in.
Oh, okay. South side.
Or if it's
No, I know. I'm joking.
Park,
I'm just everything south side. Okay. I'll get it at in the intro.
I just texted it to you.
Okay.
What I sent to him.
You want to let the second song go?
Okay.
Get ready, my son.
It's a kinship, it's a friendship, it's a relationship, and all that means is what a brunch bunch ship. Listen, Throwback Thursday reminds us that the greatest strength in life often comes from who walks with you. The right people can lift your arms when you're weak, speak life when you're tired, and remind you of your purpose when you forget. Never take your tribe for granted. The ones who pour into you, pray for you, and push you forward. We weren't built to do life alone. The Bible and Ecclesiastes tell us two are better than one, for if they fall, one will lift up the other. So today, take a moment to thank God for the people in your corner and be that person for someone else. And guess what? I'm your person today, believer. This is your main man, Action Jackson, and you're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. Now, unfortunately, Tamara Fair is not on the air because she's always in her favorite place that's in the air, traveling somewhere good. But listen, joining us, we got a great show today. Yesterday, was Wednesday, but we were not able to be in studio. So he changed his whole schedule, pushed some appointments back since it sent his team to secure and automate the believers' lives. So he is with us today. Is none other than our main man,
Mr. Stacey Chauncey in the building. Where's my theme music?
Yeah, we're going to play that later. We're going to get back because, it's a great day. And when we move things around, it always works out better because our guests later today are friends of Stacey Chauncey and now friends and partners of the Brunch Bunch. Our favorite couple duo, the Flanagans, will be joining us. So we got a great show for you today. Listen, call your friends and your frenemies and tell them to tune in to the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. Let me get the stuff out the printer, Stacey.
Be fabulous.
My phone holder. Is it me or is it cold?
It's cold.
Be outspoken. Be family. Be different. Be Queeze.
Queeze, a new luxury brand from Tamara Fair. Queeze comes in two distinct fragrances, the sensual Pure Royale and the alluring Forbidden Kiss. Order Queeze today.
Go to bequeeze.com and get your favorite fragrance today. That's BEQUEESE.com. Bequeeze.com.
Are pests invading your peace? Don't let bugs, rodents, or creepy crawlies ruin your home or business. Call RB Pest Solutions, the trusted pest control experts serving our community. Mention the Brunch Bunch and receive a special discount on your first service. Take control today and say goodbye to unwanted guests. Call RB Pest Solutions now at 312-217-9605. That's 312-217-9605. RB Pest Solutions, protecting what matters most to you.
Black men are dying, and you could be part of the solution. Join us for the most fun you'll ever have at a doctor's appointment. It's the Black Men's Wellness Day.
They removed that stuff, so
come and join us at Washington Park.
I don't know what we printed. Wasn't anything there for Stacey? I got Shayna.
So bring your dad, uncle, brother,
Shayna, and then in the raw.
Care about. Visit
Okay.
aawellness.org to learn more about the event and how you can help. That's
We don't need it. Don't drop in the raw. bring in Stacy's intro, and we'll go into.
Or be in control.
Safety isn't optional. It's a necessity. That's why we trust Secure Home and Automation.
That's why
the
we
experts in
trust.
life safety and security systems.
Tell iHeart, Zoe, they need to watch the Weather Channel.
You got the phone number up there, Marcel?
Nope.
Call Secure Home and Automation today at 866-447-3344 and take control of your safety. That's 866-447-3344. It's time for the Chauncey Code.
It's time to automate to elevate. It's your man, Stacy Chauncey. Let's go. What's up, Believers? What's up, Believers? Happy Thursday to you. It's always a pleasure to be here with you. What's up, Miss Flanagan? How you doing?
Stacy
Marcel,
Chauncey.
how you doing?
I'm absolutely amazing now that you here to secure us and automate us and all that good stuff.
I'm excited to be here too because me and you, we work together and we always have our customers and we always like to secure the deal once we close on the house, and that is so important.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to jump into this and talk about it.
This week I just kind of wanted to bring a little light to the crime blotter that we have access to when different things are going on in and about the city. But today I want to do it a little bit different. I'm going to read a little bit of information about what's actually happening in that particular area. And I want to see if you guys can guess what area it is. Does that make sense?
Yes, let's do this. I love this.
You love this stuff?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the first one I'll read. Recent reports have talked about retail theft, vehicle thefts, and assaults. The neighborhood experienced a shooting on, won't say the area, but 28-year-old man was found with gunshot wounds on the sidewalk. There are also reports of burglaries targeting businesses with broken windows and property theft. Spot Crime provides crime mapping for this particular area. Is this particular area Bellwood, Downers Grove, Palos Hills, or Lincoln Park?
Lincoln Park.
Bellwood.
Okay, it was Lincoln Park. And so again, we just want to talk about things kind of happening in all of these particular areas, right?
Yes.
Let me give you another one. This one is talking about, recent crime reports talked about include a fatal shooting of an Army veteran during a carjacking that resulted in 6 arrests. The area has also been hit with hate crime incidents at a Panera Bread location. And the crime statistics have actually gone up. And so has a high crime rate than the national average, with 1 in 28 chance of becoming a victim of either violent crime or property crime. Is this Maywood, Chicago Heights, Park Forest, or is it Oak Park?
Oh, this is hard.
Chicago Heights.
I'm gonna say Maywood.
And it is absolutely Oak Park.
Oak Park.
Whoa.
Yeah. She said, well, yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I zoned out, so I didn't hear what happened.
Crime. These are crimes.
Right, I know it's crime, but what was the Oak Park crime?
It was a fatal shooting of an Army veteran doing a carjacking that resulted.
Oh,
in
I
6
remember
arrests.
that. Yes,
I
that was
don't
a few
remember
months
that.
ago.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah. So different things are going on. One more, right, and then we'll just talk about a few other things. So this particular crime statistic shows that the fluctuation in recent years with a notable decline. They had an actual decline when it's come to carjacking in that particular area, but burglaries have been up by 35% in this particular area with some retail crime, so on and so forth. Is this area Downers Grove, Broadview, Chicago Ridge?
Downers Grove. I'm gonna say
Chicago Ridge.
I'm gonna say Chicago Ridge.
I'm going all south side if you haven't noticed.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's Broadview.
Broadview, you know what?
Okay.
I think you got something against us, west side and west suburbs.
No. I'm just pointing out a few different things. He want me to go to the other side of town, right?
I definitely do.
But what I will tell you is that, believe it or not, crime blotters are an excellent thing for us to be aware of what's going on in our communities. When people are moving into communities, certain things you should do. You should go out to your local police department, find out exactly what's going on, what crimes are happening in that particular area, block by block. You can hit the crime blotters. There's different things that will let you know exactly what's going on. If I'm about to spend money on a home, How important is it for me to go out and find out what's happening from a crime blotter perspective?
It's very important because, depending who you are and if you have small ones is with you, you really need to know where you are purchasing in, where you're investing your money. I always say, do your due diligence, check it out. What is the app that people download now when they can see what's going on in the area, in the neighborhood? Do you know that app?
It's a couple of different apps. In my mind,
The community app.
Yeah, the community app as it stands right now.
It used to it started at like Ring, but now it ain't just
The
Ring.
next app, I have it on my phone, so I'll pull it up before the show's over. So here's one more that I'll read to you. In March 2025, it showed multiple domestic battery cases, traffic arrests, theft incidents, crime statistics indicated that this particular suburb had 44 registered sex offenders living in the areas of April 2025. Right? And they average about 2,500 calls per month based on recent reports. Is this particular area
out south?
West side.
Olympia Fields, Country Club Hills, Madison, Lansing, or South Holland?
For them
South
also,
Holland.
I'm going to say, Olympia Fields.
It's Lansing.
Lansing.
Well, I guess, because the other one are affluent. Sorry for all you Lansing folks.
So again, just kind of bringing light to some of the things that's happening in those areas. Imagine you having small children and children that walk to and from school, and you're not even aware of the of sexual offenders that's in your particular area.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's really important, again, for you to know exactly what's going on in and about your community. You just had a side.
I'm sweating over here.
Why are you sweating?
Because as a mom of two boys, that's so important. Like, you want to know who your neighbor is. You want to know what's going in the area. So this is why, general people watch the news and see what's going on in a broader view of the whole city and the surrounding. But it's nothing like knowing what's on your block, what's on the block next over from you. So it's important to have cameras, front and back, not just the doorbell, but front and back inside. And it's also important to have that all on your phone. So when you're not home, you know who's walking past, who's watching your house. And this is why you guys need to call Stacey Chauncey at 866-447-3344. 866-447-3344.
You better do it, Shayna.
Again, the reason that we're talking about this today, because people have this thought process that things don't happen in their community.
Yes.
Right. It only happens on the south side. It only happens on the west side. It's happening not everywhere, but everywhere. Everywhere is happening. And so in South Holland, it talks about property crimes are the most common incidents, with residents having a 1 in 44 chance of becoming a victim. This area has seen a decrease, which is great, by 9% overall. However, the vehicle thefts has gone up, right? And it talks about the city has a high crime rate than 93% of Illinois communities.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Marcel looked over me like,
what's that percentage again?
93%.
93.
That's a lot.
So these are things that you should know prior to even moving into a community.
Yes.
In terms of what's going on. And some of the most important things, we're looking at the school systems, we're looking at the grocery store, we're looking at things that are important, but we have to look at
I'm looking at the price of the house and how big and the value. I may have to let the gunshots fly for a minute.
Oh, Lord.
You may have to let the gunshots fly.
I'm going to the hood. Look, I'm going to the hood. Say the hood. But, and that's where, but in all honesty, right? And in our community, and I only, I'm an advocate for our people. And sometimes it's hard for some of us to be able to overlook and bypass communities because of the violence, or, you don't want to move nowhere with 45 sex offenders in a 2-mile radius. Now that you just don't do. But in some of our most wonderful urban communities, schools are not great. Violence is not the best, but this is where we choose to stay. So, but that's why you got to have Stacey Chauncey and Secure Home and Automation, because no matter where you're at, the most affluent suburb or the hood of hoods, you got to have protection for you and your family. And that's through Secure Home and Automation.
Yeah,
absolutely. So this particular police department talks about the fact that they have one of the highest rates of motor vehicle thefts in the nation.
Wow.
Is it Country Club Hills? Is it Oak Park, Illinois? Is it Madison, Illinois? Or is it Forest Park?
Ooh.
Matson.
No, I'm not gonna say Madison. I'm gonna say Forest Park.
Yeah, I'm with the Forest.
You know what?
Forest
I'm
West side.
gonna throw everybody out here. Shout out to the wonderful black mayor of Forest Park who's holding it down.
No. It's actually Madison.
I knew it. I'm the only one got one right so far, so I won.
And so crime statistics have shown that Madison is one of the highest rates of motor vehicle theft in the nation.
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
Little Madison, Illinois.
Mm.
Not Detroit, not Los Angeles, but it's Madison.
Well, think about it from this particular vantage point. Take a different lens on this.
Okay.
If I have the potential of going to jail, right, and I'm going to go do something, let me go out to an area where you might have something a little bit more than what I have. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can potentially get a little bit more, because no matter if it's on the soft side, you know, in the hood or whatever the case may be, the crime is still a crime.
That makes sense.
And the time is still going to be the time.
Yeah.
So people are going to some of these areas where, for whatever reason, they feel it's a little bit more affluent, and they have the ability to get more.
Well, you know, I can't remember the town, but we talked about they had a high rate of car thefts, but they're an affluent North Shore community, and they leave the keys in the car.
Oh yeah, I know that community.
So it's like, hey, you setting yourself up for failure, buddy. But you know, I mean, it. Like I said, the number one thing is you have to call Stacy Chauncey
at 866-447-3344.
One more time, Shayna.
866-447-3344.
Because no matter where you live, you want to have the proper protection for your garage, your home.
Yes.
And let me tell you, I walk by faith and not by sight.
Amen.
So I can live in the hood because I'm going to plead the blood that no hurt, harm, or danger is going to come against me or my house. But I'm also faith without works is dead. So I'm going to work my faith by calling Stacy to make sure the Holy Ghost has a little help. And that's with some good security systems, you know.
So you guys, give me some of the top 10 items that you think individuals target when they break into a home, just randomly.
TVs.
Okay.
Jewelry.
Okay.
Money,
cash.
If you in the hood, crackheads, your liquor.
Oh wow.
Let's talk about some of the things. Now those are top 3.
Clothes.
Those are the top 3 that you guys talked about. Cash is number 1. Jewelry is number 2. Rings, watches. They're looking for things that they can really get rid of pretty quickly, right? Electronics, your laptops, your tablets, your smartphones. How about firearms?
Firearms.
Oh,
firearms.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Often targeted for resale on the black markets. Credit cards, identity documents for identity theft and fraud. Prescription medications. They're looking for prescription medications, particularly opioids and other controlled substances.
The devil's a liar.
Of course, designer clothing and accessories.
Had your kids, had your wife.
Quick story. A friend of mine I knew several years ago was going through a divorce. She had, I hope she's not listening, she had about 10 designer purses in her trunk. She had about $40,000 in cash. She had a number of different watches, so on and so forth. And she called herself taking it to make sure that her significant other didn't take any of that stuff and keep her from, because he started putting her bags out on the outside, so on and so forth, right? She goes to her mom's house, hangs out for about an hour or two, falls asleep in the Chatham area, right? Comes back out, somebody had broke the window, went through the glove compartment, went through the armrest, went through the trunk, cleaned her out. She had probably about $45,000, $50,000 worth of items that was taken out of that vehicle.
Wow.
Crazy.
Crazy.
So you'd be surprised. But again, some of the other items that they're looking for, designer clothing, accessories, they're talking about that. Tools. Power tools are valuable, easy to pawn. Car keys, vehicles can lead to vehicle theft. Small collectible artworks, anything valuable or portable that an individual can actually get rid of very quickly. We do know they take a lot of stuff to the pawn shops.
Yeah.
And they have no issue buying that kind of stuff as well. So what I encourage you to do is take pictures of your items.
Yep.
When you, whether it's jewelry, designer bags, take pictures so you can, a lot of times you don't remember when you got it, so on and so forth. And that's going to be helpful when you start claiming, for the insurance claims, stuff like that.
Yep. No, that is good points. And you got to kind of itemize, And it's not just if somebody breaks in, but if you don't have one of these high-tech systems that Stacy has that alerts you for fire or flood damage, like when our garage burnt down and I used it as storage, thankfully, I had about 50% of the items on inventory. And that was only because when I bought most of the stuff, they gave me a receipt.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else I couldn't even share with the insurance company. Mm-hmm. So you want to make sure you itemize it.
And also you want to take into account, depending on how long you have those items, because you talk about depreciation.
Yeah.
You have people saying, I paid $1,000 for that, but it was 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. So it's not worth $1,000 anymore. But still, you want to do your best to maintain some of those receipts, take some photos, so on and so forth. Let me ask you, of course, you're married. When you were a single woman, what were some of the top things and concerns that you had in terms from a security perspective? Was it just your personal safety or what else?
I've been married for a while.
I was about to say, she don't remember. She's been married too long.
A little bit. When I was a single woman, what were some of the items I was worried about? Of course, my designer bags.
Okay.
My jewelry. And not only that, but things that was given to me by my grandmother, from my great-grand. Those are items that you can't replace. Those are memories. So that was more some of the things.
So some of the concerns that pop up when I run into some of my clients that are single, of course, they're concerned about their personal safety and physical vulnerability, right? Break-ins while they're home alone, being targeted specifically as a woman and living alone, and sometimes those tough breakups, stalkers, harassment concerns.
Oh, Jesus.
That didn't bring back a memory, did it?
Yes, it did.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Lord.
And sometimes you may have limited physical strength or just being able to defend yourself from a self-defense perspective. Now, we know that you click, clank, clank on them, right?
Of course.
For those of y'all don't know what that means, Smith & Wesson, okay? But it's very important, again, that single women understand that it's important for them to protect themselves as
Absolutely.
well. So for our seniors, Marcel, can you tell us what you think as a senior that is most important to you?
As a senior?
He didn't catch that.
I heard it. Important.
I'm gonna answer this for him. I think seniors, since they're older, it's hard to get in the fight. I have seen videos of like women walking in New York City, 7 years old, and they're attacking them and taking their purse, beating them down, right? No senior shouldn't have to go through that, let alone nobody, right? So, and when you said, back to your other question, coming home late, you want that security.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As soon as you come to the door, boop, 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 put the alarm on, right? Close that garage door down as soon as possible. These are all the things that I think, and I think listeners also can relate to that too.
And there's so many scams out. I mean, scams are going up by 1,000%. I just said 1,000%. Every time you look up, you're being scammed about this, being scammed about that. They come into your home like they're part of AT&T or Comcast or ComEd or whatever the case may be. Seniors, do not allow anyone in your home. If they come knocking on your door, you want to say, hold up, wait a minute, let me call Comcast directly or ComEd. Do not open your door.
Tina said seniors are worried about their casino coupons being taken.
She said casino coupons?
Yeah, them come in the mail.
The Saints don't gamble, though.
I hope that's
baby bye.
But
listen, you know what? I'll never forget what you just said because I've seen a few as I was evangelizing through the casino. I only go to pray for people, just in case you didn't know that. But look, we're going to keep this party rolling. It's Throwback Thursday. I know that you'll be saying to everybody once you call Stacy that I'll never forget the great service that he did. But you know what? It's Dr. Charles G. Hayes talking about how he'll never forget how God has blessed him right here on the Brunch Bunch.
Good job, Stacy.
Woo! I'm trying to get y'all set up.
Y'all? How you doing? We're talking about water. That's what we got on the table.
Michelle said, I live out in Park Forest. She said that they asked no questions by buying Adam. Oh, in a heartbeat. So she says she's been hearing that a lot in Park Forest.
You want to stay.
Yeah.
And then Shayna makes sure. Okay. All right, both of them are in frame, so y'all don't have to just look at me, even though I know y'all didn't mind.
Oh, I didn't even go along with that. Did you send it to me?
I didn't. You know, I'm
It's
not.
always attractive women, right?
You on there? I put Stacy and Shayna. Y'all both in the shot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what did she say about Stacy? Oh, he's married.
What she said?
Looking good, Stacy. Looking good, Stacy.
I'll take it.
Oh my God.
So, Marcel, you sent
And
it
this is
to me.
Marcel.
I'm about
He's
to.
also a nice-looking married man.
He woke me up this morning.
All right now.
Started me on my way. Okay. So then, Shayna, you'll have
So where
your
we going
own.
next? I'm up next.
I texted to you. Log in.
You did.
No, not you. I got you set up on this phone. I texted to you. Stacey.
Are we going into her segment now?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna close out Stacy and then.
Are we gonna talk about the Diddy trial, or we're gonna act like that's not happening?
Well, listen. If you want to talk about Diddy in your time, you can talk about Diddy in your time.
It's your time and your dime.
Thank you, Michelle.
So what I'll do when we come back in, Stacey, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
Talk about. We'll go into house again, and then that way it'll go into.
Sam still backstage.
Anybody tell you to cut that off, Zoe? Zoe swears she run everything here, y'all. Is your Wi-Fi on, Stacey? I don't see your face.
Need that perfect fit? Call them at 773-966-4383. That's 773-966-4383.
Why your camera not on? You're right there.
GQ Gentlemen, where Chicago's finest.
You want to use the what's going on drop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be fabulous.
That's crazy. Well, you can see me anyway on the other one, right? So it's fine.
Be social.
You right about that time. Yeah, I can't see you.
You can't see me either?
You on the screen.
Hold up, bring it back up.
I took him out of the stage until is your Wi-Fi on? Maybe you're not getting good reception.
Shoot it to my 248 number. 248-388.
Text me real quick, cause I think I got it.
248-388-1911.
And get your favorite fragrance
3.
today. That's
Here we go.
BQUEESE.com. Bequeeze.com.
Have y'all ever been so excited and you like, why am I drained? Because I'm so excited. That's how I am right now.
There we go.
Okay, you on?
There we go. Booyah.
Don't start panicking. Put the mute on there.
I did.
Don't start panicking. Just call Flanagan.
DCityInjury.com. This good spotlight is brought to you by the Dream Center Co-working and Business Support.
I tell people who buy stolen merch, don't be mad when your house is broken in. You have insurance like you say the stores have. Tina, I used to buy the stolen merch, but the Lord delivered me. Well, that's because I moved to Oak Park many years ago, and they don't be out there selling no stolen merch. I miss the hood.
Shut up, Marcel.
Them be the ones that, man, I heard somebody broke in his spot. You want to buy this?
No.
They're selling your stuff right back to you.
I've been looking for this.
So what's going on is we're talking with Stacy Chauncey of Secure Home and Automation. All things about securing your home and automating your lives. So listen, we're talking about homes, and Tina Hammond on Facebook said she tells people all the time who buy stolen merch. I hear a little feedback. Don't be mad when your house is broken in. You have insurance like you say the stores have. Now, that is the number one thing we hear when, somebody in the hood, or not even the hood, whoever, buys something that fell off the truck. You know what they say? Well, the store's got insurance.
They do say that.
Now, I don't say that.
It's unfortunate.
Because I don't buy that stuff no more.
You've been delivered.
I've been delivered.
Well, you know, sometimes the same people that break in and try to sell it back to you.
Yeah. You know what? When I lived as a single man in my nice 4-bedroom mansion in the hood, my house I got broken into, and I knew it was nothing but some of our favorite community members, crackheads, because they made a mess, didn't take none of the good stuff. And I was like, well, what were they in here doing? But then once I said, Lord, who did it? One Sunday I was walking out the house, walking to church. That's how close I live to my church. So you know what hood I'm talking about. And I turned to Valencia. I said, look at him. She said, what? I said, what do you see? She said, ain't that your shirt and hat? I said, you know what?
He needed
it more than I. But you know, that's why. And at the time, you know, I didn't know no better clearly because I didn't have security system. I didn't have nothing to alert me to say, hey, you got something going on. And that's why it's important that everybody listening right now call
866-447-3344. 866-447-3344.
And it's that time of the year. I mean, people, you know, you're talking about proms, graduations. It's a lot going on right now. People starting to travel now. It's just a lot going on. People are away from their homes. And keep in mind, it's a full-time job for some of these thieves out here.
It is.
They're watching when you come, watching when you go, watching when you take your trash out. And we're not talking about fear. We just want you guys to be proactive instead of reactive when it comes to protecting what matters most to you.
Yes, and I'm glad you said that about proms and homes because those have a great correlation. And I'm glad Shane is here. And I know people, I say it every day. I just had this conversation. And I know they be like, did he really have that? Unfortunately, I talk to that many people every day. But I hear so many things. And last night I was talking. I saw a meme on social media that said, if we want to fund the hood, let's take all the prom money. And I said that joke at a party last night, and the girl said, yeah, I only spent about $12,000 on my son's prom. And I said,
the prom was a new Met Gala.
I said, $12,000. When I went to prom, I got my suit off Madison and Pulaski for $200. I rented a Chevy Monte Carlo from Enterprise for $120. I was all in for about $450. But $12,000, and then the unfortunate thing that my mind went to, but you don't even own a home.
It's always like that, and this is what I want to talk about today. Do you guys? We're gonna get to that. But do you guys know an average studio apartment in Chicago is $14.92, and a 1-bedroom apartment is $18.63. And like a 2-bedroom apartment is $2,353 per month. These are all prices that can be mortgages. Okay, if you are paying $14.92, $18.63, or $23.53, you need to text me at 773-441-5474 so I can help you get out of this rental that you're paying someone else's mortgage and get yourself a mortgage. I saw this, guys, and I was like, oh my goodness. And this is up to date. This is Q1 2025. These are average prices for these homes. Now, I do want to send a shout out. I have a client that was listening here on 1390 on the Brunch Bunch. His name is Oran George. And Mr. George, we put in an offer and it got accepted yesterday.
Woo!
He's a long-time renter. We got $10,000 off of asking. He's doing his mortgage with Don Westbird at Fifth Third Bank. The ball is rolling. We're doing a home inspection this afternoon. We are so excited. So shout out to Mr. George and becoming a homeowner next month. And then last weekend.
Hold on. Congratulations. Can we say congratulations to the man?
Congratulations. We did just clap for him. We did clap. But you in here.
Mr. George, I'll be seeing you soon. Once you
absolutely. We're going to secure that home for him. And then also, last weekend, we had our barbecue open house in Jeffrey Manor.
All right.
So many listeners came out. I love you guys. Shout out to you guys. We had such a great time. They bought the kids. We had games. We had burgers and and Polish dogs. Oh my goodness.
Polish dog.
Oh
Go
my
ahead.
God, Mr. George just said, thanks, guys.
Oh, thank you for listening,
So-
Mr. George.
So we made it happen. We had a bunch of families. 2 got pre-approved on the spot.
Wow.
And so both of them qualified for down payment
On the spot,
assistance.
you got
On the lenders were there. They were there, and it was a great time. We were there from 12 to 3. I mean 12 to 2, but everyone stayed and hung out till 3 o'clock. We had good music. It was such a great time. So
Shayna,
shout out to everyone that came out. And yeah.
I just want to say this is off topic, but you sound like you do church announcements. The way you talk, I feel like I'm in church. I'm like, okay, when is Bible class? But it's so amazing to hear the great work that you're doing, and I'm glad that you are assisting the believers in home ownership and then sending them to Stacy Chauncey to secure that generational wealth.
The home. We have a whole team at the Flanagan Group. We have Stacy Chauncey for security. We have Don Bell from State Farm to make sure you have your home insurance covered. Amen.
You got it going on.
We have an all-star team. We work with great partners, and we are here to help. So if you guys want to text me home 773-441-5474. 773-441-5474. And lastly, we have another open house this Saturday from 12 to 2 at 6438 South Woodlawn. This is a beautiful new custom condo. It's listed. We just dropped the price this morning. It was listed for $410, but we dropped it down to $405. We're super motivated about this. We will have a lender on spot at this open house this Saturday. It's Memorial Day weekend. Come on by. We're going to have food and drinks. Come see this beautiful home. More information, 773-441-5474.
So folks can get approved on Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. Ain't that a blessing?
Now, one of the things that I like about you, and let's go back to this prom correlation, right? Tina said she spent $60 on the dress and married her prom date. Now, fast forward, these people are spending $12,000, and I don't know if they marrying no prom date. But I'm not saying don't do it, but let's build the generational wealth first.
Yes.
Because that $12,000 could have been the down payment on your new home.
Yes.
And with all of the grants and programs that Shayna brings, could have been less than that, right, Shayna? Talk about that.
So this is the thing with down payment. People freak out. They're like, oh, I don't have $20,000. I don't have $15,000. I have clients that came to the closing table with $200 cashier's check.
They came with faith, huh?
With faith. Okay.
That's it.
And guess what? They got so much from the grant down payment and also from the seller's concessions that they bought $200. And this home was in Markham. Okay. Wow. So they're there. People just need to, I'm here to educate people. If they have questions, they can always text me at 773-441-5474, because it's important, guys. You do not have to bring all this money to the closing. Let's talk this out, because if you're paying $1,800 and $1,400, you can't afford a mortgage payment, especially that you're working. And don't worry about that credit score. We're going to work to get that up.
Let me ask you a question. What is the percentage of African-American brown folks buying home these days?
Well, it was 35%, but it has been up 43%.
Wow.
And just to add to that, Chicago is one of the cities that have the lowest rate for African-American home buyers. We have a lot of renters. So we need to get that percentage up in Chicago. This is a Black city, just like Washington, D.C. and Atlanta, Georgia. We need to get more home buyers in this city.
And why do you think that is? Why do you think the numbers can be, they're lower, they can absolutely go up? Why do you think people are afraid to get into the game?
Just because the lack of knowledge. I think a lot of people think they have student debt and they can't afford to buy a home. Student loans does not stop you from acquiring a mortgage. You can buy a home with a student loan.
And correct me if I'm wrong, even if you have some tax challenges, if you own a payment arrangement,
you can also buy a home. We just have to see that you are on a payment plan and you're paying that back. Bankruptcy, if you have a Chapter 13, we need a letter from the judge saying that you are able to purchase a home. And the reason why he will write that, because you have been paying all your payments on time. You only have 6 more payments. You might have a year payment. These are things that people are so afraid of and just like, Shayna, I don't think I can do it. Yes, you can do this.
I think what that tells me, well, the bottom line is that people make decisions based on information. They need to come to you to get the right information.
Exactly.
Because if they don't know, you don't know what you don't know.
Yes.
And a lot of times people lean on their own understanding, be like, I'm not going to try to get a home right now because I owe taxes right now. I got student loans.
Yep.
I got this and that. I don't have any money to put down. But if they reached out to you, you could basically let them know.
Absolutely. And I take calls all the time. We talk throughout the weekend. 773-441-5474. 773-441-5474. Let's talk about getting you these grants. Stop paying these high rents and let's secure you a home so you never have to move again. Yeah. Aren't you tired of moving every 2-3 years? Secure that home.
Listen, secure the home up front and then secure it on the back end. Absolutely. And that's what Shayna and Stacy, SNS, not SOS, what you're gonna have to put in the sky if somebody breaking that house. Then you got SNS that can help make your dreams come true. But you know what? I want you to understand that there is nothing like the financial freedom of owning your own home, being the Lord of your land, being able to sit in your living room when the sun is shining and look up and say, God, thank you for bringing the sunshine. It's the Clark sisters. You brought the sunshine right here on the Brunch Bunch.
Shout out to Detroit Clark sisters.
Detroit in the house. Detroit, baby. Detroit.
Oh, I'm like, Shayna, you ain't from Detroit.
No, I'm shy.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Definitely want to talk about the equity. Because people
yes, that's a good point.
People don't realize that you have a bank, your own personal bank.
Absolutely.
You know.
Not to mention that. Yeah. Okay, do you guys want me to talk about the Diddy trial?
You can talk about whatever you want. This is your segment.
Are y'all? That's Jessica for tomorrow because she's gonna be there.
Okay, so
shout out to Jessica. We got the open house flyers.
Which one is Jess?
See you Saturday.
In the middle.
Hey, Jess.
Come through the open house on Saturday from 12 to 2. In Woodlawn. Send me a message. Come through. We're gonna have lenders there.
You said come through. I heard Destiny Child was in here last week.
We were the Flanagan group. We were here, honey. Destiny Child. What's up? We're in the house. Show now.
Hi, 1390. How can I help you?
I am Dr. Gardner. Marcel is supposed to interview me today about the Mothers Support Group.
Okay, hold on one moment, and we'll bring you on after.
Hey, Helen.
How you doing?
I'm good. Yes. They told me, okay, at about 12:51, we're going to go live.
Okay, can I hold on? Because I have a hard time getting through.
Yeah, of course. Yep, hold on.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Hold on one moment.
Jessica say, hey, Marcel.
Hey, Jessica. I'm trying to look like Jessica. I'm like, where's she at?
Right.
What's up, Jessica? That's my sister.
That's your sister.
The Flanagan group.
So 620 to get the grant. 620.
Okay.
We just gotta get that score up. That's the easy fix.
But even with the score, like I bought my home at the credit score 640, right? And then I refinanced it 6 months to a year later.
Yeah.
My score at that point was up at 700.
Oh, because that mortgage definitely helped it go up.
What was your interest rate?
When I refinanced, I got down.
That's good.
That's why I'm not gonna mess with it now.
Okay, fade this out. So at 12:51, we're gonna pause. We're pausing for the call. This your main man, Action Jackson. You're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. I'm gonna get Zoe. She better count down, throw a flag in the sky, shoot some smoke or something. I'm just talking, but you know what? If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready.
Amen.
And that's our aim.
Always ready.
Would you be quiet? Listen, we are always ready. That's what I'm saying. If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. And that is why here on the Brunch Bunch, we make sure we bring partners and guests that will help you stay ready. And that's like Shayna and Stacy.
Yes.
I have a question for Shayna. So Shayna, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
When people talk about needing money,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think sometimes they forget about having the potential to be able to pull money out of their own home from an equity perspective. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. So what Stacy's referring to is like, let's just say that we purchased your home for $250 in 2025, right? And you secure your mortgage. Now let's say that it's been 2 years and you want to pull equity out your home. So this is the thing. You can't do this renting. You only can do this as a homeowner. So let's just say, hey, I want to add a deck. I always wanted to add a deck to this house. And I want to add a deck in a garage. So let's just say we get your house appraised, and let's just say that when you 2 years from now you purchase it for $250. Now you at $300,000. That is $50,000 in equity that you have built, not doing anything but live in the home. That's amazing. That's what you can do when you own a home. Okay. So like I said, text me for more information, 773-441-5474. And let's talk about this.
Stacy, Shayna, you guys are doing amazing. You're helping our community one family at a time secure their generational wealth.
Yes.
And then secure that wealth to protect it for years and years to come.
Yes.
And that's what makes you guys a powerful duo. But it also shows that in our community, when we say we don't work together and crab in the barrel syndrome and we got all these gatekeepers,
Right.
You two are a testament to that is not true. Right.
Not true at
And
all.
I don't believe in none of that because I'm a man of faith. And I
Amen.
believe that God has divine connection.
Right.
And just because one person did you wrong that look like you don't mean the next one that look like you're going to do you wrong.
Absolutely.
And so we just have to keep supporting each other. And we got to build this generational wealth because owning your home is one of the most fulfilling feelings that you will have.
Yes.
Being able to come home and say, you know what, I don't like these light fixtures. I'm going to change them. And not saying, let me ask my landlord, can I change them?
You know, I was in a home. We're installing a system today. But that home has been passed down 3 generations.
Wow.
I mean, 2 flat on the west side. And they built all new construction around it. And, they fought because the city wanted to buy it and take it from them. And they fought and they were able to keep it. It's amazing to look around. They have all this new construction around it. And then you have their 2-family home right there.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And I love that because I have a multi-unit in Woodlawn, and I'm going to pass that down to my boys. I already have, I don't want a too long home, but I have $125,000 in equity. And that is from.
Let me hold something.
and guess what? I'm not touching it,
Well, can I borrow 50 and then you put it back?
But that's equity, right? It's not in my bank account, but it's the equity that home has accumulated throughout the years.
So in event of a medical situation or something that was catastrophic and you needed to put your hands on something,
just pull out that equity out your own home. You don't have to go to paystore.com or what's the little checking and cashing place on the west side. No, you just go to your bank and say, I want to refinance your home, and you take your own money and you pay yourself out of your property.
Well, you know what? That was some great tips. And one of the things we do, and my life's mission is to help people live a better life, right? And so we help the community, youth, and seniors. And a part of that community is we help mothers. And when we get back, not only are we going to talk to Dr. Helen Gardner about the program that she has going on for mothers, we're going to talk about how Shayna and Stacy are helping mothers too. So listen, Don't go nowhere, but I'm going to tell Zoe this live on the air. She better not ever play Lord Don't Move That Mountain again, because my prayer has changed. The song says, Lord, don't move that. Hold on, Zoe. The song says, Lord, don't move that mountain. Give me the strength to climb. But you know what? We have to ask God to remove the mountains, because when you have climbed many mountains, you don't want to have to climb anymore. So my prayer isn't to give me the strength to climb. I'm saying, Lord, please just move that mountain out the way. So we're going to talk about the battle that ain't ours. It's the Lord. It's Hezekiah Walker right here on the Brunch Bunch.
I was going to say, deliver the wind.
I don't want to. I had to hear that song 10 times to realize that ain't my prayer.
That ain't your prayer.
I'm tired of climbing mountains.
Move it.
I want to do these headphones work.
So the lady that's calling in, Marcel.
Yes.
Stacey Chauncey in
What
the
up, though?
building.
What up?
Let's see if these headphones are working.
Hey, I haven't heard this in a long time.
We're going to do the gospel hustle right here.
They can have fun.
Hey. Where the fans at? Where the fans at? That's all I know.
I know, Marcel, do you know how to do boots on the ground? What? You are not from the West Side.
Tennis shoes on the ground.
Tennis shoes on the ground.
10 toes on the ground.
Oh my God. Hey.
Okay, Zoe, let's fade this out.
5, 4, 3, 2.
So we are helping people here on the Brunch Bunch. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and I'm so excited to have Shayna.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here, and we have Stacey as well.
Booyah, booyah. What my theme music?
And on the line, we have none other than the amazing Dr. Helen Gardner. Dr. Helen, are you there?
Woo! Dr. Helen.
I can feel the warmth. I can feel the love. I just want to thank you all for having me on. And I wanted to talk about a program that actually Blue Cross Blue Shield sponsors, but this is a free program, and you don't have to have any kind of insurance, or you could have other kinds of insurance, but it is a program, and I don't want mothers to pass on this wonderful opportunity. Pregnant women, women that have had a baby within the last year, you're all welcome. And we're offering support, education, fellowship, a full dinner. We do the educational piece. We have free gifts. You can bring your support person. Don't say, well, I got kids at home. I don't want to leave them at home. Bring them. We're feeding everyone.
Amen.
We're giving you gift cards at every visit. After so many visits, you also get bigger gifts each time. I know last week we talked about blood pressure and pregnancy. They got blood pressure gifts in addition to the full dinner and gift cards and other gift items. So we're there. We want to help the community because I just feel that there's some mothers out there that may feel alone. There may be mothers with no support system. You may have some support systems and they don't understand. Bring them in. We deal with the physical part of the pregnancy, the emotional, the mental, your support network. You may have someone, you may need a better understanding of what is going on with my body. And we are there to support and help you. And it is free. It's free parking. And we just want to help the community. And there's several of us medical directors that are involved. And we want to give back, as I hear you all have been doing. You all were just talking about getting homes and having security. Okay, now you're having the babies coming. Okay, we want to help you with that.
Amen.
I love it, Dr. Gardner.
I'll tell you where it is.
Yep.
Free parking is at a Blue Door Neighborhood Center. The Blue Door is 756 East 111th. That's 756 East 111th. Or the phone number, if you have questions, 877-245-5691. That's 877-245-5691. Thursday evenings. Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m. So it's after work. It's after things have calmed down. Bring the kids if you have to. But this is on Thursday evenings. Free parking at the Blue Door Neighborhood Center in Pullman. 756 East 111th. It's safe. It's secure. We got security and free parking. So come on out. We want to help you. We want to support you. We want to give back to our community.
Dr.
Amen.
Gardner, thank you. Thank you so much for the great work that you are doing and the Blue Door is doing. I love the Blue Door Neighborhood Centers, and I'm proud to be one of their partners. And so I know that you're working with the right people doing the right thing.
How many years has she been doing this?
Dr. Gardner,
We started this in 2024, and it's been Thursday night, 6 to 7. We have psychiatrists there. We have OBGYNs there. We have a therapist there. We have a midwife there. So this is a full team working to help our mothers. Again, 877-245-5691. And it's right off the expressway on 111. So been doing it since 2024, and we are here for you. We are here for our community.
Well, I wish this was around 4 years ago during the pandemic, when I was going through it. I had high blood pressure during my pregnancy, and I was just, after I gave birth, I was struggling. And it's nothing like support, it doesn't have to be family. And this is awesome. So, so it's this weekend. What's the address, Stacey Chauncey? Thursday.
756 East 111th Street. It's going down tonight, 6 to 7 p.m. Go say hi to Dr. Gardner and make it happen. Dr. Gardner, we know we will talk to you soon.
With her story, I'm here for you.
All right, we appreciate it. Give her a call, 877-245-5691. That's 877-245-5691. Thank you, Dr. Gardner.
Dr. Gardner, you are an angel. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gardner.
And I want to thank you, Stacey and Shayna, for joining us today. Every time you join us in the studio, it is a great time. Believers, we want to thank you for tuning in each and every day in the spirit of the late, great Reverend Dr. Clay Evans on this Throwback Thursday. No matter what you are going through, no matter how bad the day or times may seem, go home tonight, get in your bed, pull the covers over your shoulders, and go to sleep, because angels are watching over you. And he would also go on to say, it's going to be all right. And then he would say, it's already all right. So listen,
Amen.
You have to believe that it is already all right. Believers, we encourage you to keep tuning in to the Brunch Bunch Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. We get it done every day right here on 1390. All right.
Amen. This is
Deliver the win.
Listen, I will be here tomorrow. I hope. See y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all for always tuning in. And listen, you keep your brother right here in prayers. God is good, and exciting things are happening as we grow, and as God blesses us. We are always attacked, but no weapon formed against us shall prosper. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Stacey, you whispering with mics on, so Facebook listening to everything you're saying. Oh, no, I just said.
It wasn't that crazy.
Okay.
We just talked about the birthday party. It was off the chain. Did you see me?
Yes, I did. See y'all.